so excited about this class, the ABCs of Pinterest. I don't know if you are a business owner, an influencer, a TPT seller, Etsy. Pinterest is that go-to person, and I don't think you guys understand the power of Pinterest, and we're going to learn about it tonight. We're going to learn about it tonight. But before we get started, can you guys put in the chat, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you joining us tonight from? I'm in Washington State, not to be confused with Washington, D.C. I am in Washington State, the Pacific Northwest. We have North Carolina, Kentucky, Florida, Texas, Walla Walla, New York. You guys are all over the place. I feel honored you guys are here. All right, let's get started. My name is Elisa. I am a wife to a university head coach of basketball. I'm a mother of 2 boys and former 6th grade teacher. I'm also a small business owner. You may know me from Teacher Noire. And I am also a Pinterest marketer for teachers. I am a taco lover and a world traveler. And my goal for you tonight is to understand how Pinterest works, understand how to get more eyes on your TPT products, your website, your blog, and other long-form content. Also, how to ultimately change the trajectory of your life with Pinterest. All right, so you might be having some questions, and I love that I used Google Forms because you guys were able to put your questions in there. And you had questions such as, where do I begin? How to optimize with SEO? What is a board? And how can I showcase my business on Pinterest? Okay, but before we dive into all of that, what qualifies me to teach you or share with you about Pinterest? Well, I worked for a large educational company called Twinkle, and I was running their Pinterest full time. So I got paid a salary to work for Pinterest. And during that time, I helped them to increase their monthly impressions from 200,000 to over 3 million monthly views in 18 months. And they received 77,000 signups for their program in 4 months. So I just want you to think about it. What could 77,000 do for your business? What could it do for anything like subscribers? Now, again, this is a large educational company. So if we even took a fraction of that and applied it, what could that mean for our business? Well, I just want to show you some of the analytics that we got from there. So just starting, and you just see the progression of Pinterest. So I was like, I took this information that I was learning working as a Pinterest marketer for Twinkle, and I applied it to my own business. And these are some of the results. So I knew that the first quarter is one of my most popular quarters because it's Black History Month, it's Women's History Month, and those resources sell really well in my shop. And so I was like, okay, you need to be 3 to 4 months ahead of whatever is coming up. And so I started back in November in preparation for January and February. And these are some of the results that I was seeing in just 2 or 3 months. So imagine this and hitting these type of numbers and more with your business. I just want you to know that it's possible. So about a year ago, when I was doing this, I was like, I have to teach this to other teachers. And I don't know if you are a journaler. I am a journaler. And I wrote down that I wanted to create a Pinterest course for teacher influencers and TPT sellers and just get that information out there. And so this is part of all of that. So what is Pinterest? Pinterest is a visual search engine. A lot of times people think that it's social media like TikTok, Instagram, and that is just another social media platform for people to be on. But it's not. It's actually a search engine. So social media focuses on keeping people on the platform as long as possible through entertainment and learning, and doom scrolling is what I call it on social media. So think about how many times you scroll through TikTok and Instagram and how much time you spend on that. Now, search engine, it focuses more on keywords and descriptive phrases. People are searching for things, hence search engine, which Pinterest is. Now, I want you to take a look at the lifespan of content. So whether you're creating content on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you have a blog, look at the lifespan of this. So for Instagram, and I'm using Instagram a lot because this is where we spend a lot of time, especially as teachers. We get off work, we have a little break, we hop onto Instagram, and we spend a little time scrolling there. So an average Instagram post only lasts about 48 hours, and then it's on to the next thing. Now you can have a post go viral and it could last a little bit longer, but the average post is only lasting about 48 hours, 2 days. Now the average post on Pinterest is lasting anywhere from 4 months to years. Years. Now I just want to emphasize that again. Pinterest is lasting for 4 months to years on the platform. So you do with that information what you want. So what are people searching for? There are 6 things people are searching for. They are looking for inspiration, planning, learning, to purchase, brand discovery, and trend spotting. So what does that mean for us as teacher business owners? People are looking to plan their lesson plans. They're learning new things such as classroom management. If they have a class, they're trying to figure out, okay, how can I get this class to settle down? What are some ideas? They're trying to learn. And ultimately, they're also purchasing. I don't know if you've ever gone onto Pinterest and you've looked for, I don't know, like an anchor chart or a project for your class, and you've come across a TPT product, clicked on it, took you to the TPT and bought it. That is the power of Pinterest. Now let's take a look at some stats. Just take a minute and look at these stats. There are 2 billion monthly searches on Pinterest, over 498 million active users. There's 1.5 billion pins saved every week, and the average income of a household is over 100,000. And 80% of them are women aged 25 to 44. 90% on the platform are already in the mindset to purchase. And 46% are there to discover new brands. And 8 out of 10 consider Pinterest a positive space. Now, Pinterest, for the most part, no one's going on Pinterest and trolling your pins. No one's going there to leave negative comments. They're literally going there to find recipes, to find ideas for their classroom, plan a trip. Those are the things people are going to Pinterest for. So what does this mean for your business? This means that whatever product that you have, there's an audience for it. If there's 1.2 billion people actively searching for different things, someone is out there actively searching for the product that you have. So let's dive into it. Let's talk about the ABCs of Pinterest. We're going to talk about your account, boards, and creating content. So your account, when you set up your account, you don't want just a regular account. You want a business account. And this is just the baseline. One of the questions that I believe I heard was, do you have to have a website or a business to have a business account? And the answer is no. But with a business account, this is where you're going to be able to check your analytics. You're going to create things or something called a rich pins. And this is where you can also promote your pins. So even if you don't have a business, but maybe you want to promote your Instagram or something, you can do that with a business account. You do not necessarily have to have like an LLC, an EIN number to have a business account at all. Your account is also where people, like, this is the first introduction to who you are outside of your actual pins. So sometimes people might find a pin of yours and want to know more about who's the person that created this pin. Go to your profile to see what you're about. So this is where, kind of like your Instagram bio, your Pinterest account is the same thing. It's telling people what you do, where they can find you, and how you help others. Now your boards. One of the questions was asked is, what is a board? So your boards are the foundation of your Pinterest account. This is where you're storing all your content so that people can find you. The important thing about boards is people can search by profiles and they can also search by boards. So take a look at these boards. I just put in 6th grade. And a lot of my examples have to do with 6th grade because that's the grade that I taught. That's where my heart is I spent a majority of my teaching career in sixth grade. So we have sixth grade music, we have sixth grade social studies, we have sixth grade novels. All of these have to do with sixth grade. So if someone was searching for sixth grade, they can click on one of these boards and find more information that you are pinning about that has to do with sixth grade. They are also like, well, what do I name my boards? So if my overarching theme is sixth grade, you can have a board that's named sixth grade. You can have a board that's sixth grade math, sixth grade science, sixth grade social studies. And then you can go down even deeper with each of those subjects. So for sixth grade math, you can get more specific, sixth grade math games, sixth grade math projects. The same thing for science, science projects, science experiments. All of those are keywords that people are searching for on the Pinterest platform. If you are a TPT seller and you sell second grade phonics, you can say one could be second grade phonics games, second grade phonics, I don't know, hands-on activities. All those different things are considered keywords, and that is what you want to name your boards. Now, there is a cycle of pinning. First, you need to create content. Then you need to create a board, or excuse me, create a pin. You need to link that pin, and that is simply the cycle of Pinterest. So creating content. In order to create a pin for Pinterest, you'll need to create a piece of content that someone can go through a specific URL. That can be a blog post, it can be a podcast, a YouTube video, or your website. So for instance, you can link things like your Etsy, your TPT, all of those count as URLs. You can also send them to a lead magnet, trying to get some people on your email list, to grow your email list. This is a great way to get people on your lead magnet. A lot of times people are like, well, no one's clicking on my pins. Did you create something that someone would want? So a lot of times it's not the content, it's what's presented. Is it something that someone wants or is searching for? You can send them to your social media, growing your Instagram, growing your TikTok. That's your bread and butter. You can link your pins to that as well. You can also send them to various links because there's a lot of nuances that go into it. For instance, if you are an Amazon affiliate, you can link your Amazon affiliate links to your pins. But it goes a little bit deeper than that because sometimes it can be flagged as spam. And so you have to change the link using something like Pretty Links or Bitly. Now, the number one place for you to create pins is in Canva. If you are a TPT seller, for the most part, you're probably familiar with Canva. Some create their thumbnails in PowerPoint, but I like Canva because I feel like it's very beginner friendly. You don't have to be a graphic designer to create those pins. If you don't know the ratio of a pin, the average pin size is a 1,000 pixels by 1,500 pixels. So I'm going to give you a second to screenshot this, take that note so that you know what size a average pin is. It's 1,000 pixels by 1,500 pixels. Now, the beautiful thing about Canva is it already has templates within the program that helps make it super easy to get started. Again, Canva is beginner friendly, no graphic design degree required. You can upload your fonts if you get the pro version. You don't need the pro version to create pins, but if you want like the teachery fonts, you'll have to do it with the pro version. Here are some examples of pins that I've created for my products. Some are leading to YouTube videos, some are leading to my Etsy, some are leading to my blog, my like to know it. And the beautiful thing about Pinterest is you can also link each of these. This all are welcome. I can tag this all are welcome banner. I can also tag a, I don't know, like a sister product. If you have a bundle, you can tag all the parts that are in that bundle individually within that one pin. Now, here are some more examples. So I have digital products, I have physical products. All of those you can create for Pinterest. Here's an example of using one product multiple ways. Asian Pacific Islander Month is coming up. I believe it's in May. These are some pins that I had created just showcasing that resource. Sometimes people are like, well, I don't know what to do. How do I showcase my TPT products? How do I showcase my Etsy products? Here are some examples of showcasing my TPT products because people love to see products in action. What does this look like? They don't necessarily just want to see the mock-up, they want to see it in action. So I always suggest that you have live photos, or what you'll learn later on called user-generated content. So what is user-generated content? That is when someone is freely sharing, and sometimes paid, products on social media. They're showcasing your brand. This can be a photo, a video, reviews, testimonials. All of these are just people who shared my Black History t-shirt with me, and now I can repurpose that image and share it in pins. I can share it on my blog. I can now use those images in my product images so that people can see what it looks like on other people. Use user-generated content. If on Instagram you have a worksheet or a product and someone tags you in it, don't just say thank you. Slide in their DMs. Hey, do you mind sending me this picture? I'd love to use it on my social media platforms. And they're usually more than willing to share that product with you, that picture, that video. And that is just free advertisement for you and your business. And this girl here, she's actually a former student. Are you familiar with Scrub Daddy? Put in the chat yes if you are familiar with Scrub Daddy. All right, some are saying no, some are saying yes. Let me tell you, I was not familiar with Scrub Daddy until about, I want to say a couple of months ago. And I want to show you what got me into Scrub Daddy. I was on TikTok one day and I saw this woman, this lady, cleaning dirty houses. And I don't know if you've seen these videos. They're disgustingly addictive to watch. And she was using Scrub Daddies, and all her videos, she's always talking about Scrub Daddy, Scrub Daddy. And I was like, okay, if Scrub Daddy can clean these homes, I'm sure it can clean my plates, my forks, and spoons at home. And so to me, this is considered user-generated content because I had no idea. I mean, I've heard of Scrub Daddy, but I never bought a Scrub Daddy before I saw her videos. And I was like, I have to try this for myself. And let me tell you, I love my Scrub Daddy sponges. They don't scratch up your pots and pans or glasses, and they get the muck off of plates. So this is a free announcement of Scrub Daddy. You can go out and get one and then tell me if you like it or not. But this is to me, this is an example of user-generated content. I now have Scrub Daddies in my kitchen because of a video that I saw online. So this is now part of my user-generated content because I watched it and now I bought that. That's what you want for your brand. People like to see other people using the things that you're selling. So here are some more examples of user-generated content. Turn those images into pins. Here you can see that some have text overlays, some just have my logo. Some are just pictures. You need to mess around with Pinterest, see what works for you, because you just don't know what pins are going to necessarily take off or which ones are going to resonate with your audience. You want to create content around what you sell versus showing a picture of your product. Use user-generated content, aka your products in action. Also show people how to use your resource. And then always use descriptive keywords when sharing your resources. So whether it's on Instagram, on Pinterest, on TPT, always use keywords. Now, which would you rather do? Would you rather create 10 new pieces of content each week, or would you rather create 10 new pins for one piece of content? So we're all saying B for sure. It's simpler to use one piece of content and create 10 pins versus creating 2 brand new pieces of content. The content that you are already creating can provide weeks worth of pins. If you really stop and think about it, think about the people who have tagged you in your products. Now you might say, like, you might be new and people haven't tagged you in products yet. You can take pictures yourself of the product in action. I know whenever I go to sub, I typically take one of my resources so that I can like take a picture in the classroom of it. So it has a classroom background, or I'll have students color it so that they can see it in action and I can use it. Or I'll color it myself. This image, for instance, this Yom Kippur, I colored it myself. And then I share pictures of it and make pins of it. So that's just a simple way that you can create content for Pinterest. Now, a lot of teachers are TPT creators. And they're like, well, how do I create TPT or pins for my TPT? If you can create thumbnails for Teachers Pay Teachers, you can create pins for Pinterest. I just want you to know that. I want you to feel comfortable and know if you can create a thumbnail For TPT, you can create a pin for Pinterest. These are just some examples of products and thumbnails just turned into pins as well. Now, there are 3 P's of Pinterest. There is pinning, there's patience, and I say patience because, for instance, with Instagram, you kind of get like an immediate feedback. You can get the likes and comments and you can go quote unquote viral. Pinterest, again, because it's not a social media platform, it's going to take time. My motto is Pinterest is a long game, but a good game. Again, when I was pinning back in November, I had in mind people are not searching for Black history or women's history resources in November, but they will come January and February. And that's exactly what happened. It was the second largest traffic driver to my website organically, and the number 1 for my Etsy was solely from Pinterest. You need to be patient with Pinterest. And then the next one is profit. Are you ready to turn your pins into profit? Say yes in the comments if you're ready to turn your pins into profit. Can I share with you some quick tips on how you can start using Pinterest in your business? I just shared them with you. I gave you some ideas with creating content. Do you feel like you got a better idea of how you can start using Pinterest for your business? I know it's fairly quick, but do you truly feel like you learned just a little bit about how you can use Pinterest for your business? So I want to show you the step-by-step resource for teacher creators. Now, this was a passion project of mine. You saw that I wrote down that I wanted to create something for teachers using Pinterest. So after experiencing the transformation of Pinterest in my own business, I had to show other passionate teacher business owners how they can do the same. And I've taken everything I've learned about Pinterest over the years and what I've applied to my own pins and created a massive resource for you. It's truly my passion project. Is it okay if I share what I've been working on? I want to introduce you to something that I've been working on. It's called Pinterest Teacher Academy. It's the only Pinterest marketing course for teacher creators. So if you are a TPT seller, you have a podcast, you're a YouTuber, you have a website, you're a blogger, this course is for you. I'm going to tell you all the things that you're going to learn throughout the course. You're going to learn how to set up your profile. So in these lessons, you'll learn how to optimize your account and create boards, how to claim your website and enable rich pins, keywords, SEO, and where to put them on your account. You'll learn more about creating content. You'll learn how to turn one product into multiple pins, how to turn your social media posts into pins, and how to link from your website, Etsy, TPT, email opt-ins, and more. And then we'll get into more specifics about pin creation and design and sizing. Now, this is one of the most important things about Pinterest and being business owners in general, and that is keywords, and optimization. So you're going to learn what a keyword is, the best tools to use for keyword research, where to find the keywords, where to put them, and how to use them, and where to find trending keywords. Pinterest has this thing called trends, and it lets you know when things are trending throughout the year, what's currently trending, and what you can expect to be trending throughout the year, which is very helpful. And then you'll also learn about your analytics, where to find them, understand what they mean. And then you'll also learn if followers matter, because a lot of times people say, well, I don't have any followers. How do you get followers on Pinterest? But the reality is you can be very successful on Pinterest and not have a lot of followers. I achieved these type of impressions with less than 500 followers on Pinterest. So Pinterest is a journey. Right now, you're trying to get more eyes on your products without spending hours on social media. And it's just this windy road. And where do you want to be? You want to be making sales while you're at recess and lunch and sleeping. And that's what Pinterest is, because it's a piece of long form content. What about continued support and feedback? Like, do you just go through the course and you're done? No, silly. You get to join the Pinterest Teacher Academy Facebook group where you can ask questions. We can work together and help build out your Pinterest account. You also get templates. You'll know which design softwares to use. Bonus on TPT tips. You'll know where to get mockups. I worked with someone and they're offering a really great discount on the same company that I use for my mockups for my products, for my t-shirts and mugs and different things like that. And so there's some changes you want. Right now, you're wasting time on resources that don't apply to you, or you can deal with the resources that was created for teachers specifically. So this course is for you if you are a service provider, you're a content creator or influencer. And I want to stop there when I talk about influencers, because I've seen there's one teacher influencer in particular. Her Pinterest is getting like 1 million monthly views. And I clicked on a variety of her pins and they're not linked to anything. And if her pins were linked to like her like to know it or places that she can link different affiliates, I am sure she could be raking in a whole lot of money, but she doesn't have her Pinterest account set up correctly. If you're a product-based business, whether that's digital or physical, like Etsy, TPT, Pinterest is for you. This course is for you. If you're a podcast host, you want to get more eyes and, well, really more ears on your podcast, you can do that through Pinterest. If you're a blogger, a YouTuber, Pinterest is for you. So would you like to feel like this, constantly getting those sales? Like, yes. Then you can stop spending hundreds of dollars trying to find a course that understands the type of products you offer. You can join the Pinterest Teacher Academy that was created by a teacher for teachers. And today, because you guys would be founding members, you guys would be the first people who would take this course, who would give all the feedback, and I can make the improvements in everything if need be. You can buy it today for $247 for one payment or two payments of $124. And you'll learn everything that you need to know to set up your Pinterest account. And by this summer, you can be seeing a great increase in your business and continue throughout the school year, and you'll know what to do. And I am just so excited because I have put my heart and soul into this. I have created something that I was like, they need to know about Pinterest, because Pinterest is that girl. People are sleeping on Pinterest. People are sleeping on Pinterest. All right. So we're going to open the floor to anyone who has any questions. Do you have any questions that you have about Pinterest or anything? Let me know. You can turn on your screen. You can put it in the chat. This is your time to ask your questions. So what's the word I said? I'm going to put the link in the chat and then you can check it out. So SEO, Danielle, is like keywords. This is where we're going to talk about optimization. You need to know who is your target audience, what are they searching for. I teach you that in the course, how to find keywords. I suggest making a multitude of pins. I think you should need to create a board that has a journal topic. Like if you put a topic in the chat and let me know, then I can come up with maybe 2 or 3 boards that you could create tonight that have to do with your subject. Toddler books. What type of toddler books specifically? So you can have a board that says toddler books. Let's see what Pinterest says when I type it in. So when I type in toddler books, things that come up is toddler bookshelf DIY, toddler books about spring, toddler books with activities. Those are some ideas. Toddler busy book. Now, would someone be searching for SEL kindness or SEL empathy? You might have to work around the keywords and figure out, is this what someone's searching for? They might not be searching for that specifically. They might be searching for something that's related to it. How often should you be pinning, and how many pins is key to post? And the answer to that is there is no answer. It truly depends. I would go for, you need to be pinning at least 3 to 5 pins a week minimum. At least I would opt for you to say 1 to 2 pins a day. I don't teach a specific pinning strategy because it depends on the person and what it is that you have to offer. If you're just starting out and you don't have very many products, you won't have as many opportunities to pin and create pins as someone with a large amount of resources. So Malia, I know you have I think you said 400 resources. You should have at least 400 pins. Can you schedule pins? Yes, you can. I show you how to schedule your pins. And then there's another platform that also schedule pins that I talk about, but you can schedule everything right within Pinterest. Every pin does not need to link to something, but it should, because why else are you pinning on Pinterest? Pinterest was created so that people can go to other places. Yep, you can schedule your pins, Kim. You said that one pin can be linked to multiple platforms. No, well, what do you mean? I said one pin can be linked to multiple platforms. Yes, well, not one pin. If you have a pin, you can send that one pin to a different platform. You can send one pin. For instance, if I sell on my TPT, my Etsy, and my website, I can send 3 different pins to 3 different, I don't know, I'm trying to get, if I have this worksheet, I sell it on my TPT, I sell it on my Etsy, and I send it on my website. I can send a different pin to each of those links. No, each pin will have 1 link, but you can tag multiple products in 1 pin. Does that make sense? You understand it in the tagging section of the course. So 1 pin can have different tags, but 1 link. Multiple tags, 1 link. Once you pin a link, can you change it in the future? And I know I've gone back and changed some links because some links, sometimes they don't work. So you need to update the links. It will be offered again in the summer. Yes. So you don't want to send pins to the same URL over and over and over and over. You want to spread them out. So if you're pinning to website A, the next pin might be to B, and the next one be to C, and then you can start like over with J and then come back to A. And that's why I say it's been a passion project, because it's taken me a long time to get it done. But I am so excited that it's actually done, because you deserve it. You deserve to know about Pinterest. How long do you spend making pins, batching? It depends, because I might spend a Sunday creating pins for like the week and the month, and then I don't really have to think about it because I've scheduled them out. Oh yes, the course is self-paced. You can do it when you have the time in between. Some have videos, and it'll be constantly updated. Some have quick short videos to show you. Most of it is text. So there is a section about repurposing your content. Not everything translates from Instagram, TikTok to Pinterest. And I talk about that in the course. And you can't use like copyrighted music on Pinterest. They'll flag your pin. But it does, in the mobile app, have an option for you to use music right in within it, just like Instagram does. I really hope that you guys got something from this tonight in general. Like I really wanted you guys to just get a better idea of Pinterest and feel like, okay, I can do this. I can do Pinterest. It's not this massive platform that can't be achieved. You got this. Tony, now you have resources, you have content. Those videos that you make helping other teachers, they need to know about it on Pinterest. I'm telling you. Yes, Danielle, I hope you do too. You're welcome. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can slide into my DMs. You can email me. I will send a replay, hopefully, of this video and everything you need to know. I hope to see you guys soon. Any other questions before we go? Remember, you guys would be the founding members. You guys get the red carpet because you would be the beginners. You'd be here from the very beginning. And I appreciate you taking the time today to be here. Yes, there's a Facebook group a private one where it's just us. If there are no more questions, thank you so much for being here. And I will see you on Pinterest and on Instagram.